After nearly a decade in this business, I've talked to a ton of people and heard a lot of heat press horror stories. So here are the top mistakes that I've seen people make when buying a heat press. Now, hopefully after watching this video, you'll be able to avoid these mistakes and pick a heat press like a pro. But before we dive in, do me a favor and like this video. You can also subscribe to our channel if you want fresh heat press content in your feed every week. The first big mistake is not doing your homework. The journey to this mistake usually looks like this. You see someone heat press a t-shirt. You Google t-shirt heat press. You find the cheapest one and you buy it. Because they're all the same, right? Wrong. Not only do you have to make sure you're getting a quality machine, but you also have to make sure you're getting the right machine. Now, I do have to pause and give you credit, because if you're watching this video, you're already on the right track to avoid this blunder. Not knowing what you want to make is the sequel of not doing your homework. Are you a screen printer who wants an economical and fast way to print hats? Are you starting a custom coffee mug business? Do you want to print full color images on t-shirts in different colors and materials? All of these situations require a different type of heat press. And even when we settle on the type of heat press, you still have to figure out which one's going to work for you. For example, if you don't know what kind of drinkware you want to make, you might get a mug press without the proper attachments for that particular style of drinkware. A funny thing I've noticed in the heat press business is that some people make a mistake of thinking that more expensive equals better. Sometimes this way of thinking leads folks to overspend on more heat press than they can handle. Now, our accountant would be very excited if I sold you all a really expensive heat press. But as a fellow entrepreneur, I get a little bummed out because I know that money could have been spent to build up your business in other places. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, I have seen people walk away from their dream because they think that they can't get started unless it's with the biggest and baddest equipment around. A mistake that breaks my little Heat Press Nation heart is when people buy heat presses from no support retailers and brands. And these are the companies that sell heat presses, but they don't offer any warranty or technical support. Now, I hope the press works great. I really do. But the truth is that it's a gamble, because if something goes wrong with that heat press, you're left hanging with no replacement parts available, no troubleshooting assistance, no video repair guides, and no one to talk to for help. Good thing is, when you buy from Heat Press Nation, your purchase gets backed up by a minimum 1-year warranty and our legendary free lifetime technical support. So if you have questions about how to use your machine or how to transfer certain material, we got you covered. And while it's pretty rare that something would go wrong with your heat press, if that should happen, help is just a phone call away. Our team of My Expert technicians are ready to diagnose and troubleshoot your issues via chat, phone, or even video call. And we also have a full supply of OEM parts ready to ship from our service center. The last mistake I want you to avoid is paralysis by analysis. And that's when you spend too much time doing your homework and comparing products and imagining all these different crazy scenarios and watching all of the YouTube videos. All of the different options can be pretty overwhelming, and that does make it hard to commit to a purchase. And if that's you, don't worry, there are a few ways to overcome this issue. First, you can call Heat Press Nation and talk to a real person at our office. We'll hear you out, and then we'll make our best recommendation on what press is going to work best for your needs and budget. Our sales team does not work on commission, so you don't have to worry about someone trying to bamboozle you into a heat press that you don't want or need. And second, we do have a 30-day return period. So if you don't love your heat press and you have all the original packaging, you can ship your machine back to us for a refund. And we do all this so that way you could purchase with confidence that you'll be taken care of at Heat Press Nation. We have America's largest selection of professional heat press machines at Heat Press Nation. So no matter your budget or where you are in your heat pressing journey, we have a heat press for you. And not only that, but we also have a huge selection of equipment and supplies for different printing methods like direct-to-film, sublimation, heat transfer vinyl, white toner, and more. Enjoy the Heat Press Nation experience today at heatpressnation.com.